pets of entertainment.
Back at it again. Hey. I do this for you. I do this for me. I do this for us. I do this for we. I do this for cuz. I do this for blood. I do this for I do this for Steve.
Yo, what's the word? You already know. It's your boy, Steph9. And we are on episode number 2, first season of Real Talk Topics. And shout out to all the fans. You know, what's up, everybody? As I'm scrolling down my Facebook timeline, I see Miss Danika and Miss Tanya TKO having a little back and forth with the video is titled, if I'm not mistaken, "Women Don't Have the Time to Build Up a Man." You know, this big gap between the black men and black women, the hip hop culture, whatever you want to call it, it's becoming frustrating, you know. But let's dive into it.
I think that it is absolutely insane and extremely hypocritical for a lot of us women to go around demanding that a man have all of his shit together, that he have all of his money, that he have the nicest car, the nicest clothes, the nicest house, can take care of us and spoil us. And meanwhile, we turn around and don't have shit to offer this man in return but our vaginas.
Okay, so that was the very first bit of it, and I only split it right here just so I could chime in real quick, because her opening statement was, why are women demanding such high standards when they don't even have or anything to offer except sex? I mean, did we hear the same things? That's all Miss Danika said so far. And from the jump, Miss Tanya TKO, her body language, she's shaking her head, you know. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because, you know, I've listened to quite a few Miss Danika videos, and at times, you know, maybe she is fishing, you know, making guys feel better, you know, by sugarcoating some things. But I mean, she's speaking facts because we are in a culture that is so materialistic that, you know, that gold digging has been acceptable because it's hypergamous. You know, that's asinine. Now, for a woman to have standards is one thing, but for a woman to expect everything and have nothing herself is a completely different topic. And that is what Miss Danika is saying. But we'll continue.
What happened to sticking by your man's side and building him up? What happened to working together as a team to get those things? Why do we want the end product or the end results of that man, but we're not ready and willing to go through that struggle in order to make that man be what we want him to be? I am so sick and tired of hearing women say things like, I don't have time to work on a man. I don't have time to build a man up. I don't have time for these Bob the Builder ass men. But yet, you're a Bob the Builder ass chick. You want him to build you up. You want him to work with you. Oh, God. So, fellas, unless she is ready and willing to reciprocate that same energy and give you back those same qualifications that she's demanding of you, please leave her Betty the Builder ass right there on the sidewalk where you found her.
Now, so maybe the disconnect what Miss Tanya TKO came with when Miss Danika said, build him up or be on part of the team. Um, I'm sorry. The company is only as strong as the team that's around them. Name one company that succeeds without a strong HR department, without a strong, accounting department, without a strong assistant general manager. For most profitable and big businesses that I've seen, women were in those positions where the CEO, the CFO, who's usually a man, will be handling stuff from the top, and she's the one making the connection. She's the one going international. Hell, when Obama became president of the United States, he sent Hillary Clinton ass all across the fucking world to do the networking. So, in my eyes, Miss Tanya TKO always says, what's not being said, read between the lines. So it's a few questions, because I don't know Miss Tanya TKO. But there's a few questions I would like to ask the ladies and the fellas, right here. Does any man find Miss Tanya TKO attractive enough to marry? Not what her resume says, because I'm tired of women bringing to the table, or at least exclaiming that they have a house, car, education, things that are expected of a grown, responsible adult, regardless of gender. Grown, responsible adults should have these things. Now, building him up does not mean taking him from scratch and turning him into a meal. Hell, you just might be adding your salt and your pepper to make it taste better. That don't mean he can't cook, or he hasn't been cooking since before he met you. Just trying to use a metaphor. But at the end of the day, if your standards are up here, but you're here because your standards that you're looking for is never the same thing a man is looking for, unless he is a bottom feeder looking for your wealth to eat off of, then you might got it twisted. So I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. Given by a brother named Mr. Kevin Samuels, who I also follow. And y'all tell me what you think.
Bigger guy, is what I'm realizing.
And ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one of you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you If you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
Well, as you've seen in the Kevin Samuels clip there, that average people tend to get average people. So we're gonna get back to Tanya TKO because I don't see a ring on her finger, so I don't know if she's married or not, or if she has kids or not. But as you'll see in the next clip or in the finishing part, because I didn't even put the whole video up because she just kept going and going and going, and it veered so far from the original point that Danika made that when Tanya TKO calls herself a relationship expert, a self-love expert, I'm a heavy dude. I'm working on losing weight. But Tanya TKO don't look like she in the gym. She don't look like she trying to drop that body weight. She at best is a 5. I'm gonna keep it 100. She's not ugly. Actually, she's cuter than the girl that was just in the video. The girl in the video kind of looked like one of the pets she shape up at her pet shop that she owns. But Tanya TKO doesn't look like she deserves a 6-figure person. And essentially, I kind of feel like Miss Tanya TKO is almost angry at Miss Danika about saying, hey, it's a team effort. Because even if the guy who is the head of the household is the breadwinner and paying for everything, are you not doing anything at the house? Because even if he affords the nanny, so you don't have to cook or clean or anything, are you not doing anything? He wants to open up a new business. He's sitting there coming up with ideas. You have no input? None? Then what use are you to the company? You'll see she'll bring up companies and business and everything. And it is crazy because, she asks for things like track records. Say men just want to lead and have the woman follow. Well, okay. First of all, as in lead, as in relationship, like I broke it down the first time. Can we relate while we on this ship? This ship that we built or that I built, are you not putting holes in it that we sinking? And while we relate on this ship, can we navigate the murky waters of life together? Simple. Not saying relationships are simple, but the breaking down of the word is simple. She also says companies are investing in you if they believe in you. But what you're saying is that as a woman, you shouldn't invest in a man. Okay, cool. I mean, true. I've heard the statement plenty of times. And us as men, we realize no woman wants to go through the quote-unquote struggle with the man, but they damn sure want to be at the finish line with whoever's the winner. So why should a man marry you when you wasn't willing to struggle with him, but you there to share the grind, the shine with him? Like, come on now. Preferences, self-respect, her standards and what she chooses is her standards and what she chooses. But then she goes into, as you'll see in the quote, the rest of the video, women don't have the time. Baby girl, I'm sorry you have a biological clock. I'm sorry that it is dangerous after you're the age 35. That is more dangerous for you to have kids than not. But I spoke on this on my last podcast. Shout out to Spotify for giving me the opportunity. That it was a TV show I was watching with my cousin, Tori. What's up, Tori? What's the name? With Gabrielle Union. Being Mary Jane. Because she was so career driven, that she got to a point where the guy she wanted to have a child with, she stole his semen. Extreme. Good for a storyline. But she talks about how the average age of a woman getting out of college is 21 and she needs 5 years to date just to learn herself. So was she not dating in college? Was she not dating in high school? Because what world does Tanya TKO live in where women aren't dating, hell, when they 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? You feel me? And because what's the end goal? Which is a whole nother topic. The end goal usually is what? To get that ring on your finger and get married. But truth be told, a lot of marriages fall off because a lot of women's end goal is just to get the marriage, when they don't understand that that's the start of a solidified, monogamous, us against the world type of situation, because now it's been bonded. If you're a believer in the Most High, then you have made this pledge and this agreement in front of your family, your friends, and you have been anointed, and this union has got bond together, and y'all pled this allegiance with each other and to the Most High, you know. But I'm gonna get back to attraction. Tanya TKO ain't that attractive. So for her to get a 6-figure man at her age, her weight, and her average looking self, highly unlikely. Highly. Danika, she's cuter. She's at bare minimum a 7. And without the weight that Miss Tanya TKO, that makes it an 8. The fact that she's willing to speak the way she speaks and the way that she speaks throws it up there 8. Then she throws some makeup on. Ooh, you know what I mean? So, you know, and then for not understanding that what attracts men to women is what you look like. You know, I mean, because if you didn't understand that, you wouldn't throw on the makeup. You wouldn't make yourself look more presentable. You wouldn't be marketing and advertising yourselves, which goes into the body augmentations, which goes into the contacts, the hair, the Botox, the ass, the tits. And sure, y'all say, well, men like that. Yeah, we like that as strippers, throw a couple dollars at them, maybe pump and dump. But we ain't trying to marry him. And if y'all going off of Cardi B and one of the Migo niggas situations, then that's your fault. I'm just being 100. I'm just being 100. Now, there's a lot of variables that go into relationships, such as the relationships they were exposed to as children. You know, if their mother and their father were together, things of that nature. But at the end of the day, you know, there's something in between the lines, and it's kind of murky with this one that I'm really not in agreement with Tanya TKO on this one. So we're going to play what she says, and then I'm come chime back in one more time, and then please comment, like, share, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think, women and men, because like I said, the point of my podcast is to have real talk, real discussions, and bring us together, because without unity, we will bound to fall. All empires get greedy, want too much, break up. So, here we go.
Sidewalk. Oh God. You know what? I don't want to. You ever heard something? You ever listened to something that just made your uterus hurt? God, this foolishness right here really puts some pressure on my intestines. You know what? Let's jump right into it. Hello, Knockouts. Tanya TKO here, and I'm a self-love specialist and relationship expert from TanyaTKO.com. Today we're going to talk about why women don't have the time for Bob the Builder men. I want to make this a quick video because I don't want to do this. I do this because I love you all. Okay, I do want to do this. I want to do this because I want to give some fair and balanced information out there that people can use to hopefully grow from. So I'm hoping that we can really just talk in this video. All right. I want to ask you all, you know, whenever it comes to, I really want to make this a short video, but look, all right. Whenever it comes to people putting information out there, you have to ask yourself, why? Who do you think her target audience is? Do you think her target audience are women, or do you think her target audience are men? And this is when we come into the whole realm of pick-me's. Women who create messaging from a male point of view, positioning it as if they're talking to women when they're really just touting what it is that men want to say just from a female corpse. From a female body. Lord, let's talk about this. You know what? I want to jump into the orbitals. Okay, my pen dropped. Okay, let's get into the orbitals, right? RBTL, reading between the lines. What is it that she's really saying? You know what? I'm about to put on my Wakanda frames. All right, what is it that she's really saying? And what she's really saying between the lines is that she doesn't understand why a woman won't invest her youth in the struggle with a man. Also, if you go even further, the orbitals beneath that, this is basically a video saying that women don't have free agency to choose whatever the hell it is that woman of sound mind and body feels is right for her.
Quick comment, quick chime in. Did anyone get that from the very small part that Danika said? Did anyone get that from between the lines, that she's saying women shouldn't have standards and they shouldn't be able to choose who they want to choose? Or was she saying that who she's choosing should reciprocate what she is doing? Because like I said, maybe I just got it wrong. Maybe, and that's why I'm asking you guys to chime in, like, share, and subscribe, so, like I said, so we can have unification. That's it, As my homegirl KP and I decided to make podcasts, almost a year ago, called The Middle Ground. And this is the start of it, We're trying to get to the middle ground here, compromise to where we understand one another and unify. But Miss TKO, continue.
When I took my notes for this video, I thought about a team. Because she mentioned team in there. I thought about a job, right? And about whether or not a person can go in to run a company, because you see, these men are not interested in being on a team. They're interested in being head of household, right? But are you going to be head of household in a situation? You know what? Let's get back to that in a moment, because I really want to make this point. Are you going to go in looking to run an organization, one, without any, I'm so distraught by this video, I can't even, without any track record of being able to successfully run any other organization? So you come in there wanting to be leader, or let's say at the very least teammate, because I don't really hear men talking about they really want to be on this team. They want a woman to follow. But how do you have a person follow who's leading you? We're going to talk about that towards the end. But listen, there will be some companies that will invest in you, that will build you up. And there will be some companies that won't. Like, if you come in and you present your plan, look, this is my plan. This is what I have on the table. There will be some companies that will be like, you know what, we'll invest in you, we'll invest in your education, we'll build you up, we'll invest in your training. But there will be other companies who won't. So at the bottom line of all of this is the lack of respect that we give to women for their dating choices. We constantly hear about what it is and the preferences of men for what women should be doing with their bodies, their this, their that, their wombs, their all of this. But we don't respect women's agency to be able to, if they want to choose the thug, let that grown woman choose the thug if she wants him. If she wants to choose a man who has money and doesn't need to be built up, why can't she choose a person like that? Why can't she have demands or standards? That's what this started with, the hypocrisy. I thought it was going to be a short video, but it's not. Let's just jump into it then. Let's jump into it. You know what? Let me get my Wakanda frames now so that we can see what kind of foolishness is this.
So yeah, like I said, that was on Facebook in the videos. Miss Tanya TKO may even have it on her page. Like I said, the title may be "Women Don't Have Time to Build a Man." And as y'all see, she keep going so many different directions from the original statement of how can women that have nothing to provide except sex make any demands other than that. And if she's making demands for cash, then she's prostituting. She's escorting, whatever you want to call it. But that's it. Call a spade, you know? That's pretty much what I'm pretty much done with that, you know, because truth of the matter is, you know, until we come together, well, first off, I'm going to say this. Black men, we fucked up. Long time ago, we fucked up, and we continue to fuck up daily by allowing ourselves to continue to bullshit with ladies. Because there are plenty of ladies that have been done wrong by us, black men. And I don't know if y'all check out my Facebook page, but I made a public post apology. What was that, yesterday, day before? You know, because... But if no one can accept that when young guys, 15 to 20, you know, have no idea... Young women, 15 to 20, have no idea unless they've been taught and trained. And I don't know how old Miss Tanya TKO is, but I'm 33. You know, and most people that's my age and younger, they were raised in single parent households or fucked up family households. But from what I hear one of my friends tell me, you know, she had father and mother who came from Africa. That's why her, you know, she was born here, raised here. But, you know, her family comes from Africa, where what I know for a fact is a lot of tribal families and villages and countries in Africa have strong roots, strong family structure, and all those things. So for her to have this view through her Wakanda glasses, and I find it funny because she say Wakanda glasses. Well, yeah, if you come from Wakanda and you come to America and look in the ghettos, you gonna be like, well, damn, why y'all like this? But there's always going to be a killmonger that's going to come to Wakanda like, hold on. Y'all been holding it down like this for so long, seeing us? Oh, well, y'all ain't been doing right. So, you know what I mean? But, yeah. So, before I go, I would like to shout out Black Voodoo. They have dropped a song. They have dropped their music. They have dropped their video on YouTube, Black Voodoo. The song is called Hot Boxing. The video is incredible. The song is incredible. I'm not just saying it because I know one of the artists. I'm saying that because I like great music, and it is great. So go ahead, check it out. Brie Hernandez. You can look her up on Facebook, or you can look up the band crew, you know, on YouTube. It's your boy Steph 9, Hats Off CEO. And I'm finna check out. I'll probably put a song at the end of this. Not sure which one I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be one of my songs that I have out, and we'll take it from there, man. It's your boy Steph 9 signing out. Chill.
Yeah. It's your motherfucking boy Steph 9, man.
Black boy.
Let go.
I got money on my mind, yeah. Hey, 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 cause spending is a habit, a nigga gotta have it. I'm swerving through traffic, I'm blowing fantastic. Got money on my mind, yeah. Hey, I got money on my mind, yeah. Hey, cause spending is a habit, a nigga gotta have it. I'm swerving through traffic, I'm blowing fantastic. Got money on my mind, yeah. Hey, I got money on my mind, yeah. Hey.
Money on my mind, so I guess it's time to get it. I must be explicit. You niggas is sickening. You niggas is bitches. You claiming that you gangsters, but you really just some gangsters. Soon as it get dangerous, you niggas will start to snitching. You claiming that your clique tight, but when it falls left, can't nobody get right. And you claim to be real, haha. I spent $500,000 on the pills, living in this battlefield. St. Louis native, ever since that Mike Brown shit, the city went crazy. Lord, they killing them ladies, and even the babies. Can't you hear a war cry? Tried to turn my teeth, but still see
I got
the
money
police.
on my mind, yeah. Hey, I got money on my mind, yeah. Hey, I got money on my mind, yeah. Hey, I got money on my mind, yeah. Hey, cause spending is a habit, a nigga gotta have it. I'm swerving through traffic, I'm blowing fantastic. Got money on my mind.
gotta have money to get it. Cash can be your great looking night. And if you ask me, I say hell no, I don't think that it's right. But I can't change it, gotta keep getting it. Keep living my life.
I got money on my mind, yeah. Yeah, 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 cause spending is a habit, a nigga gotta have it. I'm swerving through traffic, I'm